Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pace Studio on the Road. We're here at Ilegal Mezcal in Greenpoint, Brooklyn right now with Elliot Greer. Elliot, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. I'm such a huge fan of the channel, genuinely. So it's really such an honor. Thank you so much for having me.
That feels really good to hear, man. Thank you.
No.
Thank you for saying that. I'm glad you're here. Your music has sounded fantastic so far, and we can't wait to share with our audience right now. We're about to hear 3 of your songs from across the catalog, man. What do you want to do first?
I'm going to start with my song, Bleed. I've been down this road to a couple times before. Had my ass handed to me, but I'm back for more. Bruising underfed, sick in the head, living off every damn word she's ever said. Now I'm swerving down the interstate, trying hard to lose all my past mistakes. Never once did I believe in fate until I saw her face. She's like a soft-pale light, holding my attention through a starless night. Like a junkie, she's the only thing that's on my mind. I've seen how cruel this world can be, yet I get born again when she's next to me. I'll bleed to be everything she ever needs. I'm a wannabe, and that ain't modesty, but what she sees in me transcends destiny. She resurrects my soul, it's something biblical. Only she can make Mondays feel spiritual. Now I'm burning, trying to keep it straight, fighting every urge that waits for me to break. Never once did I believe in faith until I saw her face. She's like a soft-pale light, holding my attention through a starless night. Like a junkie, she's the only thing that's on my mind. I've seen how cruel this world can be, yet I get born again when she's next to me. I'll bleed to be everything she ever needs. I'm high strung out on her tonight. Deadbeat, she makes me wanna try. Depressed, she's keeping me alive. She's like a soft-pale light, holding my attention through a starless night. Like a junkie, she's the only thing that's on my mind. I've seen how cruel this world can be, yet I get born again when she's next to me. I'll bleed to be everything she ever needs. I'll bleed to be everything she ever needs. I'll bleed to be everything she ever needs. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Elliot.
Thank you.
Sounds fantastic. Yeah, man. So I am aware that you are a Scottish man, and
Yes, I
I'm
am.
also very aware. I'm a fan of yours, and I'm very aware of your singing voice. And then meeting you right now, even though I know it,
Yes.
when I hear you speak, it's like there is a bit of there's a bit of a disconnect between
Correct.
that voice and the singing voice.
Correct.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the way that Scottish upbringing and the New Yorkness of what your life is right now both combine to create the thing that we just heard?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I basically just try and confuse everyone. You know, I grew up in Scotland, and I've lived here for like 12 years. So I kind of feel, I was just saying, like, I feel like I'm a New Yorker. I feel like I have a bit of an identity crisis at times. But I grew up with American music. I always loved, even in Scotland, I was always drawn to folk, Americana. I was always drawn to like across the pond. So when you trace it back, a lot of more folk music really kind of originated in Scotland. So there's a lot of storytelling involved. I don't know. It's a really strange thing. I've just always gravitated towards it, and it's been a part of me that I love more than anything in the world. So it's just it's a bit of a hybrid. It's kind of a bit me. It's a bit of my weird 10, 12-ish years of this sort of journey. But I don't know.
Do you attribute any of it or much of it to, I mean, I know you're from an artistic family and not necessarily musically artistic, but artistic in general. Do you attribute that to what your mom and dad gave you, that you were drawn to these sounds or drawn to want to participate in this community? Yeah,
my dad was or is an amazing singer in his own right, and he does more like he did musical theater, but he's a great vocalist. So I always sort of grew up with him either playing great singers or him being a great singer singing in the house. That was kind of a norm for me. And so that I feel like my taste has always been, I just gravitate towards things that like really move me, whether it's like Whitney Houston or it's Zach Bryan or it's, Lady Gaga. I don't know. It just like, if there's something that's true and honest in it, it doesn't really matter the genre, I think. And that's what I've tried to do with my music. I've tried to, it leans in slight directions, but it's a bit of it sort of grows arms and legs, and it's kind of a little bit this and a little bit that. And it's just stuff that I have been influenced by that moves me, and I'm grateful that it's moving some people. So,
yeah, well, it worked for me. I mean, I think the goosebumps don't lie at all, and that's a thing that I just experienced with your first song.
I appreciate
and it happens to me every time I listen to the Wood Brothers, every time I listen to the Black Pumas, every time I listen to Michael Jackson.
Wow.
And none of those things, and I can't even say that without getting goosebumps all over the place, and it just happens. So
it might just because it's very cold in here. So
I sense not. I think not.
But thank you. That's very, very, very humbling. To even be mentioned in the same sentence as some of those people is just I really appreciate that.
Yeah. You're on the Brad Wagner goosebump list.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I'm really enjoying what you're doing right now, and there's still 2 more songs coming up. What do you want to do second today?
I'm going to do in the same key, because why not? I'm too lazy to move my capo. It's a song called "I Bought a Honda." It's a song that means a lot to me, so I'm going to play it. I thought about the way, because it kind of morphed into a bit more of a flushed out production. I'm going to play it the way I wrote it, and that made me feel something. So I don't know. Hopefully, it might make you feel something. We were hiding in your Honda. It hadn't stormed that hard in years. It was the last time that I saw you. The rain on my face hid my tears. You got engaged to Adam. I kinda hoped he'd take my place. I bet your dad was relieved it happened. And I hope you're happy, but just in case, if you ever find you've given up, you've made a mistake, you're just out of luck, we can go right back to that night. Only this time do things right. I know they say don't revisit the past, but honey, I just didn't know what I had. I don't drive as much as I used to, but I bought a Honda to remind me of you. 6 months into New York City, you mailed a box with all my stuff. It just sits there in the corner. Never had the guts to open up. You were the closest thing to heaven I had ever seen. Was always too much in a hurry, but if I could do it again, baby, I'd never leave. If you ever find you've given up, you've made a mistake, you're just out of luck, we can go right back to that night. Only this time do things right. I know they say don't revisit the past, but honey, I just didn't know what I had. I don't drive as much as I used to, but I bought a Honda to remind me of you. I miss us driving through the middle of the night, your hand gripping my leg so tight. Always trying to outrun the moonlight for one more second, baby, by your side. Should've told you I was leaving next day, but I guess you knew as I drove away. You paused like you had something to say, but you just nodded, babe. If you ever find you've given up, you've made a mistake, you're just out of luck, we can go right back to that night. Only this time do things right. I know they say don't revisit the past, but honey, I just didn't know what I had. I don't drive as much as I used to, but I bought a Honda to remind me of you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Elliot.
Appreciate that.
Man, so your name has been ringing out a lot for me lately. I've been a fan for a while, and then the Sam Barber show that's upcoming.
Oh, yeah.
It's upcoming in our reality. I'm not sure exactly when this video comes out, but it's forthcoming in our timeline right now. And the fact that your name came up like 3 or 4 times this week was like, man, I don't go too far into metaphysical explanations for things, but it's like, man, I can't ignore that. It's too many things to be a coincidence. So I'm really, really glad that we're here right now.
Wow, it's truly an honor. And Sam is an amazing artist and friend, and yeah, he's doing amazing things, and it's been crazy to see his growth as well, and it's just it's really exciting. It's a good time for, there's so many different styles of music that have their own lane, and just it's just a good time for music. I think it's very unpredictable. You can be a guy with a guitar, or you could be the most glossy pop person in the world, and it's just people are just gravitating towards what they enjoy and what they feel, which is great. It's not been, there's not like, oh, there's 12 artists and it's been like spoon fed to us now. So it's all coming very organically. So I think it's really exciting. So I really appreciate this opportunity, and yeah, it's truly my pleasure. Trust me.
Yeah. Well, so part of that your name ringing out over and over was your relation to Byron Isaacs, which was, we got to record him not that long ago, quite a while ago. It popped up in my feed. I have no idea why. This is like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe, at the Manhattan Center, and we did a session with him. It popped up, and then your name popped up in connection to his.
You know what? It's so funny you say that. I was saying to my girlfriend, I was like, I remember years ago, Byron and I were talking, and this is before I was a little like further behind than what I am right now. And I remember saying to Byron, I says, shout out to Byron, who's a dear friend. I says, how do I get on like Pace? Like could you help me email someone? And he was like, I've got their contact, man, but like, I just don't know, like, it's going to happen organically. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, I get it. So it's just funny. Hi, Byron, here we are. And so it was a very sort of full circle moment for me. I was kind of like, wow, it really, there's so many times when you're chasing things and you're constantly going like, am I where I need to be? Am I behind this person? But that was a real moment where I thought, even 3 years ago, I was desperate to be on a show like this, and now I got the opportunity to do it. So it just truly, it's funny, and he's a great guy.
Amazing, man. I mean, this almost feels like a worked out bit right now because I did not know that you and Byron had that conversation.
Oh yeah, no, seriously.
So
I
good,
actually
man.
thought,
I
wait,
like
did
it.
you just
I like
call
it.
Byron or something? I was like, wait.
And he's there.
Yeah. Well, hi, Byron. And here's Byron from the Lumineers. No, yeah, Byron's a great guy. He's been a true kind of mentor for me throughout the years. He was there when there was a lot fewer people involved in this, and so yeah, he will always when things really started to kick off, we went to get coffee. He gave me the tightest hug, and he said, I could not be more proud of you right now. So it was just, yeah, it's a true special friendship. Yeah.
Good, man. Well, thank you for sharing your time, your music, and everything with us here today. There's still one more song to share. What do you want to do third today?
I am going to do a very depressing song, so I'm going to leave you on a real downer. It is called 33. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you cannot relate to it, but I hope you enjoy it. Wake up with bloodshot eyes. I'm smarter than I look at times. Getting dressed, there's mayhem on the news. Brown liquid in a hydro flask. She says it's coffee, but I didn't ask. Stashing 20s deep inside her shoes. I would blame, I let her go. I'll burn for this, I know. She's off on a highway ride. She did any damn thing not to feel alive. Always on the border off the other side. I waited here patiently, like a dog tied to a tree. She cut me loose, but I'm too scared to leave. If she loved herself half as much as she loved me, today she'd be 33. Missing work, sleeping all day, couch pennies till she got paid. At night, I still hear her screams. She thought that I didn't know. A blind man could see it though. She looked like she hadn't ate in weeks. I'm to blame, I let her go. I'll burn for this, I know. She's off on a highway ride. She did any damn thing not to feel alive. Always on the border off the other side. I waited here patiently, like a dog tied to a tree. She cut me loose, but I'm too scared to leave. If she loved herself half as much as she loved me, today she'd be 33. I tried to help her quit. Now I'm the hypocrite, 'cause I'm the one who's spitting out my mind. Yeah. We're all so full of shit, so just get away with it. And how you go is how you'll be defined. Yeah, how you go is how you'll be defined. She's off on a highway ride. She did any damn thing not to feel alive.
always on the border of the other side. I've waited here patiently, like a dog tied to a tree. She cut me loose, but I'm too scared to leave. If she loved herself half as much as she loved me, today she'd be 33. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you for sharing. That's, yeah, I feel a certain kind of a way right now. I feel a little bit misty in my eyes. I imagine, man, every single time you play that in front of people must make...
Yeah, it definitely, you know, it's crazy. It's, that song, probably more than any other song I've ever written, is a song that people have really came back to me on. And there's been a lot of very, very personal messages and like conversations, and it always comes back to this song. And it's thankfully this song doesn't really come from a personal experience like directly, but it feels like this kind of was written for, there's a lot of people who have went through this, and it's if this can help in any way, it's truly been quite humbling to see some of the conversations and some of the comments. So yeah, it means a lot. So this song will always mean a lot to me, and I just any chance I get a chance to play it, or just music in general, I truly appreciate it. So yeah, I thank you so much.
Well, thank you, man. We will always be here. We will always listen, and I can't wait to do it again with you somewhere interesting in the world. I don't know where it'll happen, but we'll
anytime. You have my number, so whenever you need it, I'll be there.
All right, sounds good, man. See you next time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.